with my 30-week pregnancy update for you. It's our 30-week bump date.
Yeah, and it's a milestone, right?
It is a milestone. It feels like being 30 weeks and having this, you know, having our pregnancy be in the last 10 weeks stretch is just amazing. I feel like we're getting there.
This is definitely home stretch.
Yeah,
it's just a nice round number, feels good, and all of a sudden the list of things that we have to do, it seems a little longer than it did before because the time seems a little bit shorter.
Right, absolutely. So we're getting there. We still have time to get, you know, what we need to accomplish done, but it feels like we're like in the home stretch. Do you want to go ahead and start with baby progress?
I will indeed here. Our little bean is now about the size of a summer cantaloupe.
Ooh, big.
And yeah, really big. And your changing sense of balance is probably reflecting that.
Okay, yeah.
What do you think? Are you feeling a little more wobbly these days?
I don't, but what I feel is that I don't realize that I'm so big like I am. Right. So I keep, you know, scratching my legs on the bed because I feel like I have more room to walk. Or like, you know, when I wash the dishes, I get like water all over my belly.
But watching the two of us shimmy in and out of the bathroom would be pretty funny, I think, these days.
I don't think I realize it. Like, I don't realize that I'm so big. It's crazy. I'm wearing, like, sometimes I just wore a piece of like a dress of mine that is super, super loose and it's super oversized.
Used to be.
Yes, probably the most oversized dress that I own, and literally is snug. I can't believe it. I couldn't believe it when I saw myself in the mirror, but
10 weeks to go.
Hey, 10 weeks to go.
Our little bean continues to produce the meconium that will make up her first few poops.
Yep.
Too much about pooping in here for my taste, but what are you gonna do?
Get used to it.
She may also be able to recognize your voice, so sing away.
She definitely recognizes my voice and your voice because we talk a lot with her.
Yeah, so, exactly right. Babies at this time are known to hiccup, so watch out.
Oh my goodness,
and boy is she. She
is hiccuping like no one's business. And I always tell Ryan because it's the funniest sensation. It's just like a little, I don't feel her hiccups as strong as her kicks or her movements, but it just feels like a little bit of like,
they're so rhythmic, they're so in time.
Yeah.
Like she's just hopping like to tempo.
It's so cute.
Little Bean is probably going to gain about a half of a pound each week until her birthday as she continues growing. A half a pound a week.
And she's already in the 81st percentile for weight, as we know from our last ultrasound that you guys saw in this vlog right here.
Yeah.
So she's already a big baby to begin with.
A half a pound a week though, that's 5 pounds she's gonna be on between now and then.
Oh my gosh, that's
5
true.
pounds. That's I love the look that you just gave me.
Because I'm already so big.
Little Bean's immune system keeps improving, getting closer and closer to being able to defend itself on the outside.
That's very good.
That's very nice. Yeah. And she keeps developing her muscles using all of the protein that you're getting during the 3rd trimester.
That makes sense.
We'll get to protein here coming up. Pretty soon, she'll need all of those muscles on the outside.
She will.
And then lastly here, her neck is very flexible, which allows her to turn her head freely in there.
That's cool.
She's looking around.
She's looking around. She's moving so much. So guys, symptoms for this week. I have a few to share. And that is besides the normal ones that we've been sharing, like my heartburn. This is still, you know, pretty consistent, and it will be, I think, until the end of my pregnancy. But the first symptom that I want to share with you guys that I'm having, which is like a newish symptom, is that I'm starting to get swollen feet and hands. So my wedding band is really tight now. I usually wear a wedding band and I wear another little diamond band. That one is gone already for a long time because it doesn't fit anymore. But my wedding band is very comfortable. One thing that we wanted when we got our wedding bands is like a comfort fit that neither of us would feel too much. But this one is getting like tight already. So, oh gosh, I'm getting swollen already.
I wonder if you're actually going to just have to take it off, because like watching you try to take it off of your finger right there,
it doesn't get out.
We would have to soak that finger up in a big way.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Something to consider.
Maybe I'll have to take it off, you know, at the end of the pregnancy. So far, it's fine, but what I'm doing is that I'm obviously drinking lots of water. If I feel like that my feet are a little bit more swollen than what is comfortable to me, I'll put them up. Yeah. And those are the things that I'm doing. That works pretty well. Yeah. So.
And that's happened a lot too. I keep walking into the bedroom and like those feet are on pillows.
Yeah. Yeah, Second symptom for this week is that I'm getting definitely more racks and hits. If you guys remember from last week when we thought that I got my very first one, I've had a few more this week that I called you over.
We have confirmation now of like this is definitely what it is. And it's still so incredible. Like the belly just, it gets like narrower and it sort of pokes out and everything's so hard and firm in that moment. And you called me over, you're like, baby, I think I'm having another one. And then sure enough, it's this really distinct feeling that's not caused by her moving around in there.
Right. The third symptom, which is not a symptom, but it's worth talking about with you guys, is that I had my glucose test this week, actually. I had some glucose tests in the beginning of my pregnancy because I do have PCOS and I have insulin resistance, like you guys know. So I checked my glucose in my first trimester and everything was fine. My doctor had me off of metformin for my second trimester on. So now, you know, that I got my glucose test done, I was a little bit nervous because I didn't have any medication to control my insulin or my glucose levels and anything.
We started to think about all those desserts throughout the second trimester. All the cake.
All the cake, all the ice cream, all the chocolate.
Like, how will this impact this test?
But thankfully, I passed.
Not too much, apparently.
So my glucose levels are completely normal. I did the disgusting test. I don't know, some of you may like it. I hated the taste of that
drink
syrup.
That sweet syrupy liquid.
So disgusting. So here in Brazil, the standard glucose test for pregnant women is that you go to the lab and you fast for at least 8 hours. They take your blood, then you drink the syrupy concoction. It's just disgusting. And then an hour later, they take your blood again, and then another hour later, so 2 hours from your first blood sample, they will get your blood, another sample of your blood. So it's like 3 times, they poke you 3 times. It's not very comfortable, plus you have to drink the disgusting drink.
And you haven't even had breakfast yet.
And you haven't had breakfast. And as you know, for me, in my pregnancy, I need to have breakfast every day as soon as I wake up because otherwise I don't feel so good. So it wasn't fun, but
you passed.
I
passed! With flying colors.
So my sugar levels are completely normal, which is amazing.
Yeah, we're thankful for it.
I'm very thankful for it because, again, as you guys know, gestational diabetes is a possible symptom for women with PCOS. So I'm very grateful that everything looks fine.
Well, next up then is food cravings and aversions.
Yes, no aversions, but this week I had a few cravings.
Exactly.
The first one is actually, I've been loving to eat eggs in the morning. Eggs
every morning.
Every morning. I usually have my oat and milk and fruit breakfast, like you guys know, but for some reason I've been kind of like not wanting it so much. But I've wanted eggs every morning.
Right, and it's a protein craving.
Protein
it's just
craving.
Your body sort of knows what it needs. It's a crazy instrument like that, and I think this definitely sort of fits in with what the app was saying.
Definitely. So I'm loving scrambled eggs, fried eggs, you name it, omelets. Right? That's like pretty much our daily breakfast. The second cravings this week was hot dogs. It's so weird for me.
Which is really weird because, I don't know, they sort of feel like junk food to me just a little bit, and that's not your usual like manner of wanting to eat.
I've craved lots of burgers throughout my pregnancy, like once in a while, but hot dogs is not the kind of food that I choose. And I was telling Ryan about this because we lived in Chicago, so Chicagoans don't hate on me, but I never had a Chicago style hot dog in my life.
I love them. They're like one of my life pleasures.
Right, and Ryan loves them, and I never had one because I think that hot dogs deserve ketchup. And there's like this contradiction with Chicagoans.
Do not put ketchup on hot dogs.
Right? So, you know, it's not my favorite food. It's not something that I choose over anything else. But this week, I had hot dogs twice. We did.
2 cravings, and I don't have a problem with it. I'm like, yeah, sounds wonderful. That sounds great.
Exactly.
Who is this new you?
So hot dogs, for some reason this week, I love loving them.
Delicious.
And the third craving was gnocchi. Gnocchi is like this little potato dumplings, you know, Italian pasta. And we both love gnocchi. Sometimes I want them, you know, some other times I'm not it's like my favorite. But this week, I was just like, I can go for some gnocchi. And we didn't get it.
No, we have not gotten it yet. But we think this weekend we're gonna check that box.
Yeah, I think Sunday for Mother's Day we're gonna be getting some.
You deserve it.
Yeah.
Next up, guys, is our cool moment of the week, and it's pretty much a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer. We saw our little bean face front.
Yeah.
Face,
like looking right at the camera.
In our last ultrasound was incredible. I couldn't believe it.
Just to see it all start to take shape, you know, to see the cheeks, which we think maybe are these cheeks right here. What do you guys think?
Well, there's some cheeks in here, that's for sure.
There's some cheeks going on. But it's so nice. She seems like she's that much more of a person to us, I think, now that we have, you know, seen her looking right at us.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It was incredible. We're gonna try to get a 4D ultrasound. Some of you have asked.
Right.
But we don't know. We may be too late.
And we might be past the date now also.
Because we were talking to our brother-in-law and my sister, and we asked if they got it, and they're like, well, apparently they only do it up to 28 weeks. And we are, you know, I'm about to turn 31 weeks tomorrow, so not sure. If we don't,
no big deal. We
fine.
We have 10 more weeks to wait. We
exactly.
We can do it. We can do it.
But it was incredible just to see her face.
Yeah.
Or like, because all we've seen so far was her profile, and now to see her actually facing us and see that it's a baby. I can't explain, it's crazy.
What a beautiful face.
I know.
Should we take a look at your bump?
We should.
Let's do it. Guys, there you go, 30 weeks of it. What do you think?
Big bump.
Big bump.
I'm not realizing that it's as big as I am.
You don't realize, except that again, the wardrobe continues to diminish.
Right. It's crazy. It's crazy. But we're almost there.
We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely give us a big thumbs up and leave us a lovely comment down low. And subscribe to our channel if you haven't. And we'll see you back in our next video.
Bye.
Bye.